All right, let's change this clutch cable. So you normally won't have a Phillips screw in your clutch cover, your derby cover. I just happen to have one. I brought, gotta get the right Allen keys. Actually, Torx, let's get the Torx. It's a beautiful day. We got the garage doors open here. Let some airflow. So those are T27. Fits in there pretty darn good. I guess they must have lost the screw and they threw in a Phillips. But it works and I'm leaving it. All right. Take the lock nut off of there. Let me get a screwdriver so I can get the rest of that out. So that's the adjustment screw. So clockwise we'll loosen it and counterclockwise we'll tighten it. So I got a brand new cable from Drag Specialties. The cable nut size on this side is a 9/16. Just takes a little time to get the cable out of there. There we go, and it's out. Throw that one on the floor. Do not over tighten. That's what that sticker is. We'll take that one off. And do not lubricate this. That's what that sticker is. Do not lubricate. So it comes with a brand new O-ring. We're going to put that on. O-ring is on. Oh, so I had to get a cable for a Sportster to get this to work. This is a Buell, but it's still a 1200 Sportster lower, so I had to get a 1200 cable. Or just a Sportster cable, whatever. I might have to take this bracket off for the foot peg. Oh, Lord. Just to give us a little bit more room because this cable's on an angle. Just like everything else. Gonna bust my coconuts over here. Let me get a smaller wrench for that. I think it's 7/16, but we'll see. 7/16. Don't over tighten it, said. There is an O-ring, so we'll just put a little pressure on it. That's it. And that is that. Push this through. Gives us the end here. We gotta let the slack out of the cable. Bingo bango. That's in there. You actually tighten by going counterclockwise, tightens. So we're not going to do any of that yet. We're going to leave that open until we get the clutch. We're going to put the clutch lever assembly together, and then we can adjust the tension over here. So let's get up to the clutch perch. All right, so I left this kind of loose over here so we can just pop this out. Make it a little bit easier on us. Now I don't know if I'm going to be going through here and like that. Probably be the way to go. Or I don't think there's any other option. I think that'll look stupid. I think we're going to go through here like so. So the new clutch cable came with obviously the boot, which I should have probably put on that end. You know, who needs a stinking boot? Oh, maybe we do. I don't know. Can I get it over this side? I got it. All right. Comes with a boot. We got the boot on here. Yay, yay, happy days. It also comes with a new plastic barrel. So, like so. Like I said, everything's busting my you-know-whats. Well, you know, that's good because I went the wrong way anyway. The little plastic barrel doesn't want to fit. I have to take a grinder to that. Let's grind that a little bit. All right, so I took a little bit off of it. Bada boom, bada bing. Then we're going to put a bracket down below to hold the cable in place. As of right now. So we have a lot of slack. So we're going to leave this set up here, and we're going to go down below and adjust that cable. So all the way to the left till it just touches. and then you're going to bring it a quarter or a half turn. We're going to do a half. Then we'll adjust everything up on top. So you're going to want to bottom it out till it just hits, and then a half turn or a quarter. You could do a quarter and adjust everything. You know, why don't we do that? Well, let's do till it hits, and we'll do a quarter turn. And then we can adjust the lever up there. Quarter turn adjustment. We're going to put the little lock nut back on there, and we're going to leave that alone. And we're going to adjust the cable up on top. So we have a little bit of play here. Very little, like 1/8 of an inch or so. Maybe a quarter, I don't know. We have some play. We're going to adjust it right here. So we're going to back it out till it just starts to grab. You want about 1/8 of an inch of cable pull. Oh, right there is nice. And now we have clutch. So let's tighten everything up. And I have a nice bracket to hold this cable in place down here. And we'll close everything back up. All right, so let's check and see if we got clutch. We got it all set up here. About 1/8 of play. We adjusted it, put the boot back on. So let's see if we got some clutch. We got clutch, baby! All right, good to go. The last thing we have to do is get this brake working. Got to be able to stop, right? People keep saying, why do you need brakes? Just take off these 2 screws on this side. So I had to add this pressure switch for the banjo bolt. The other set had this built into it, but I have to add it on. So let's head over to the workbench and get this thing situated. So thankfully, these spade connectors are the same size as the other one, so I can use all the wiring I did to stay the same. I just need to shorten this wire and shrink wrap it nicey nice. It'd be kind of nice if I can cover that. Looks like a nice factory piece. Alright, so let's put this together now. Oh no! I guess I gotta order another fitting. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Guess I gotta go to Harley. Microphone wasn't on this whole time. I used to have this really nice vacuum bleeder and I can't find it. I need to get that vacuum bleeder. This is going to take way too long. All right, so we have brakes now. We actually have pressure on the lever. It was a pain in the neck. I ended up having to use my air conditioning vacuum pump to pull it through, but it's nice and strong now. But it was a pain in the neck. The only other thing we have left to do, get these wires hooked up for the brake light. And I'd like to make some caps for these or some plugs, something to put on top. Find something and we're going to get it off the lift. So let's get those wires hooked up. So we might have an easy fix for that. Maybe we'll bring the wire, just reroute the wire instead of cutting it. Gotta get some needle nose pliers. Put a little zip tie on there. I say we take it off the lift. What? Let's do it. So I was just clearing off the motorcycle lift and noticed that the brake fluid splashed right there. Word of warning, be very careful when you're bleeding your brakes. One little drop got on the clear coat and I didn't see it right away and it just started eating away at it. I had this caliper painted really nicely glossy black and it ate right through it. I had to have it all re-sandblasted. Word of warning. Oh yeah, and I'd like to give a special thanks, a shout out if you will, to Frank Klopping at Table Works in Arizona. He made me this beautiful welding table, roll away. He made me laugh. He said he was sick of seeing me working on the ground, welding on the floor, and he designed that nice logo. If it looks familiar, it's the old Monster Garage with Jesse James logo converted into Big Head's Garage. Sick job, sick table. Thing's amazing. That's Frank Klopping, Table Works, WERX. Frank Klopping and the boys out there. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, let's get this thing down and on the ground. That's all I need. After all that, the bike falls over. All right, that's how we're going to do this by myself. This is going to be impossible. Stay tuned and watch me drop my motorcycle. It's always a good feeling after building something, get it off the lift, but man, this is freaky doing it by yourself. Another thing, I don't even know if the kickstand is going to work properly. I tipped it over and welded it, but I don't know. This bike is so low. Look at it. It's hung up on the damn lift. Kickstand's holding. Here it is. Finally off the lift. I actually got the kickstand right. It's got a pretty decent lean to it. Ended up being a pretty cool bike. Pretty happy the way it came out, especially from what we started with. Going out for its first rip. A little nervous, I guess. Oh, gotta pull the choke there, big guy. She's been starting up first turn every time now. We'll let it warm up and we'll get some footage. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this bike build. It was a blast building this thing. It's a blast driving this thing. It is a fast little machine. But now we do have an empty bike lift. And I do have a couple more projects in the pipe. So please stay tuned, subscribe, share, like, all the above. and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.